Now, if I was teaching system of equations, we might not have enough time to go over an example like this, as well as an example with x's and y's. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is. Some students just, whenever we switch up our letters, they completely forget what they have done. They completely forget what they are supposed to do, right? It doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen, if we're using x's or y's, or a's or b's, or w's or z's, okay? Again, our idea when we're trying to solve a system of equations, we're going to have two equations with two variables. We need to be able to identify or solve for each of those variables. And again, the substitution method is going to allow us to solve for each of these variables separately. So what we want to do is, again, understand, do we have a variable isolated? And in this case, we have two of them isolated. So even though this problem is really not more mathematically difficult than any other problem you can have, some students just, they get confused when both of the variables are already going to be isolated. But here's actually the cool thing. This problem is actually really simple. When I have a is equal to a negative 3b plus 1, and a is also equal to a 2b minus 4, right? What I can do then say, well, then they're both equal to each other. So I can say negative 3b plus 1 is equal to a 2b minus 4. Now I have created an equation with one variable. Right now, yes, I have a b on the left side and b on the right side, but I'm just solving for b, right? So I know I can use my operations to solve a linear equation for this problem. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to solve for the b on the right-hand side because I like numbers to be positive. I don't like dealing with negatives. Yes, you could easily subtract a 2b on both sides, but again, I just like things to be positive. So I have a 1 here, and therefore this is going to be a 5b and then minus 4. Now it's a nice, lovely two-step equation that I can go ahead and solve for b, right? Always undo addition and subtraction. And then I have a 5 equals a 5b. Now I can undo multiplication and division, divide by a good old 5er, and 1 is equal to b. Now again, this will still confuse students. And again, students will get this wrong all the time. They're like, all right, b is equal to 1. Cool, I got that. I know what to do. But then they say, well, like, do I plug it into both of them and like add them up or whatever else? And it's like, no, we have two equations that represent. Now, again, here's the cool thing. It doesn't really matter which equation you pick, right? These are both solved for a. So you could plug one into the top, one into the bottom. You're going to get the exact same answer. Just don't plug it into both of them and combine that. Okay. We're just trying to find the value of a. So pick one. I would probably pick this second equation because it doesn't have this like negative coefficient. I don't know, maybe seems a little bit easier. Maybe not, it doesn't really matter. So a is equal to a 2 times 1 minus a 4. Okay, and again, I'm utilizing these parentheses showing that I substituted the value b or the letter b in for the value of 1. So now I can just go and simplify this. So 2 times 1 is going to be 2. So a is 2 minus 4 is going to be a negative 2. And now I have solved the system of equations.